To make your NFT collection successful, there are different things you can work on. But I want you to focus your attention on things you can control, and this is the main reason why I highly recommend working on these 3 variables that I'm going to share in this video. I have been learning, practicing and investing in NFTs since March 2021, and I want to be completely honest with you, as always. I have lost almost $30,000 because of wrong investments and bad decisions, but at the same time, I learned lessons that I couldn't have learned otherwise. Plus, I have seen many important projects fail due to wrong planning or because the author of that collection underestimated the market stage. Bear with me till the end of this video because I want to help you avoid mistakes just in case you want to launch your NFT collection or invest in an NFT to get a good ROI. Money or value. My name is Max Cecco and I help you become a high-paid infopreneur. It means selling your expertise or someone else's knowledge to help people solve their problems. On YouTube, I share my 12-year knowledge and experience helping professionals and small business owners create their personal brand online and sell information products and services. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I suggest you subscribe right now and turn the notification on. If you tap on the like button, you will contribute to spreading my message to people like you. So, thank you. Variable number 1. Size of your NFT collection. The size of your NFT collection matters. Especially at the beginning of Web 3.0, when the first NFT collections have been launched in the market, most of the authors that released their NFTs sold 10,000 tokens in a single collection. You have to know that almost every project released in the market has been sold out even without any particular utility. I mean, the benefits you receive because you are the owner of that NFT. Today, October 2022, the situation is entirely different because the NFT market is in a completely different stage. More than 500 collections are launched daily and this market is exploding. At the same time, I firmly believe that NFT market is still in its infancy and a few people in the world, aka nerds, are aware of the potential of the NFTs. Non-fungible tokens involve the crypto market and it is still difficult to comprehend for the masses. With that said, if you are thinking of creating your NFT collection, I highly urge you to limit the tokens available between 1,000 and 3,000. And there are 3 main reasons behind what I've just said. Let me explain them to you. Reason number 1. Your primary goal is to sell out your NFT collection in a few hours. If your launch is sold out, it means that the demand is higher than the offer, which is a great starting point. Obviously, it all depends on the community you built around the project itself. Reason number 2. If you properly educate your community, chances are that the owners of the NFT will not resell their token to the secondary market, such as OpenSea.io. Otherwise, they will lose all the benefits associated with the NFT. I'll talk about this in the next few minutes. In other words, if no one or only a few people resell their NFT on OpenSea.io, the floor price increases, making the collection more valuable. If no one sells their NFT, the floor price is undefined, and the token owner can accept only buyers' offers. This situation is happening today to the first and most important collection released on Ethereum blockchain. I'm talking about CryptoPunks, which has no utility behind it, just a simple JPEG. Reason number 3. Normally, your first collection should be the most valuable. Keep in mind that you can create different other collections with various utilities, and you should give advantages and benefits to the token holders of your first NFT collection. Now that you understand why limiting the number of NFTs available is crucial, let's switch to the second important variable that makes a successful NFT collection. Variable number 2, utility. Utility means the value you receive, the benefits you will get because you own that specific NFT of that collection. There are many utilities behind an NFT collection. Utility can be associated with intellectual property of the author of that NFT collection, or it can be related to a specific service linked to that NFT collection or even related to a physical product. The utility should be the first and most important aspect you should look at when you decide to create a valuable NFT collection. Utilities are only limited by your fantasy. For example, the NFT can grant access to mastermind groups, online courses, live events, one-to-one training with the author, and so on. At the same time, another NFT allows you to use a specific service or grants access to a restaurant. For instance, the pioneer Gary Vee created the world's first NFT restaurant, Fly Fish Club. The token holder gains access to the restaurant and various culinary, cultural and social experiences. Check the website flyfishclub.com to get more information about this amazing project. Utility is crucial, especially when investors decide to invest their money in an NFT. Utility answers this question: what's the value I get by having this NFT? If there is no value behind this asset, no one will buy it first and no one will invest on it secondly. I want to spend another minute talking about the utility. Please don't ever underestimate the power of a strong community. There will be people that will buy your NFT primarily for the community built around the project. A perfect example of an NFT collection with an incredible network is Bored Ape Yacht Club. This collection of 10,000 bored apes is now so famous because of the community. Many international and worldwide artists and actors decided to buy one or more than one image from this collection. The main utility here is that you could be in the same room with very famous people and have the opportunity to network with them. The network is the real value. And you can access this specific network only if you have the ownership of at least one token, one image of this collection. Now, let's switch to the third important variable that makes a successful NFT collection. Variable number 3, rarity. What is rarity and why does it count? Let me explain it to you. In an NFT collection, all the tokens available don't have the same weight. The rarer an NFT is, the more valuable this token can be in the future. Indeed, rarity comes in different forms. Number 1, rarity of the design. The rarer the traits of that design are, the more that NFT is valuable. And honestly, this rarity was very important in the past if that specific NFT collection didn't have a real utility. You can check the different traits and rarity of every NFT collection on the website rarity.tools. Consider one of the most important NFT collections built around an amazing community of artists, TV stars, and very famous people. Bored Ape Yacht Club. If I click on the button Buy Now, you can see which of these NFTs are available for purchasing. The price is so high. Now, let's move to the traits section of this website. If I click on the earring, you can see that there are only 222 pieces with diamond stud, 149 with cross, and so on. If I click on the diamond stud, you can see at what price the owners of these NFTs are selling their tokens. Honestly, today I always pay attention to the rarity based on this second metric. Metric number 2. You can associate a rarity based on the utility of the NFT. Let me give you an example of an intellectual property utility. I can create an NFT collection of 3,000 pieces and only 10 of them will get access to a one-to-one 30-minute call with me to have a free consultation. In addition, only 2 pieces of the entire collection give you the chance to be mentored by me for 12 months without additional costs. Do you feel the value? Do you understand that rarity is significant to differentiate and increase the value of an NFT? With that said, if you want to know more about the NFT market from an investor's perspective, I highly recommend watching this video. 3 top evergreen tips to make money as an NFT investor. I want to share with you my experience and point of view based on what I have learned in the NFT market in the last 12 months. So, watch it now!